Now let's enter the final and most clinically critical part of our pediatric series, tumors of infancy and childhood. This covers NMC competency PA 11.2. My goal here is to give you a framework to distinguish the three major small round blue cell tumors that you will see in your exams and your practice. Let's conquer this. First, we need to set the rules of engagement. Cancer in kids is not the same as cancer in adults. In adults, we mostly see carcinomas. These are of epithelial origin, think skin, lung, colon. In kids, we see sarcomas, mesenchymal or blastomas embryonal. These tumors are primitive and undifferentiated. Under the microscope, they appear as small round blue cell tumors. When you see small round blue cells in a child, think primitive. We are going to fight three main antagonists today. I call them triad of terror. Neuroblastoma, the sympathetic tumor. Wilms tumor, the nephroblastoma, and retinoblastoma, the retinal tumor. Let's break them down one by one. Boss battle number 1, neuroblastoma. These arise from neural crest cells, specifically the sympathetic ganglia and the adrenal medulla. 40% are in adrenal medulla, but they can pop up anywhere along the sympathetic chain. The clinical signs are blueberry muffin baby. This refers to cutaneous metastases that look like blue or purple nodules. In lab, you will find catecholamines in the urine, VMA and HVA. Look at the diagram. Neuroblastoma doesn't respect boundaries. It sees the midline and says, Pushparaj, main jhukega nahi. Neuroblastoma fights dirty by crossing the midline. This is a massive clue. Now let's look under the microscope. This is high yield for your practicals. Homer-Wright rosettes. Look at the image. You see a circle of tumor cells surrounding a center of pink neurofibrillary material. Think of it like pink candy floss in the center. There is no lumen or no hole, just pink fluff. The genetics determine the outcome. The gene is NMC. We look for NMC amplification. The more copies of NMC you have, the worse the prognosis. It's a direct correlation. High amplification equals high risk. Boss battle number 2, Wilms tumor or nephroblastoma. This is the most common renal tumor in children. It comes from nephrogenic rests. Clinically, you see a huge abdominal mass. The classic history is mother discovers it while bathing the child. Unlike neuroblastoma, Wilms tumor respects boundaries.
Control there.
It usually does not cross the midline. Microscopy here is unique because it tries to build a kidney but fails. It has a triphasic pattern. Blastomal, sheets of small blue cells, the primitive part. Stromal, fibrocystic or myxoid tissue, the support. An epithelial component in the form of abortive tubules or glomeruli. Look at the slide. It's trying to form a tubule, but it can't quite finish the job. Boss battle number 3, retinoblastoma. It originates in the retina. The clinical sign you see is leukocoria. This is white pupillary reflex or cat's eye reflex in flash photography. Here we see Flexner-Wintersteiner rosettes. Unlike Homer-Wright, these have a central lumen. It is a white hole, not pink candy floss. It is a true rosette. How does retinoblastoma happen? You must explain Knutson's two-hit hypothesis. Knutson said, one mutation isn't enough. You need the second hit. The target is RB gene on chromosome 13. In familial or heritable disease, the child is born with the first hit in every cell or germline. The second hit happens later. The result is bilateral tumors. Both eyes are affected. Whereas in sporadic case or non-heritable case, the first hit is random chance and the second hit is also random chance. The result is unilateral tumor. Only one eye is affected. Let's zoom out and connect the dots. This is how you score top marks. Anatomy. Neural crest migration explains why neuroblastoma appears in the neck, chest or abdomen. Physiology. The chloride shift concept helps you understand cystic fibrosis from part 1. Biochemistry. Lysosomes and enzyme kinetics are the foundation for storage diseases from part 2. Everything is connected. Mission accomplished. I know remembering all genes and chromosomes is painful. But stick with the mnemonics and you will conquer it. Here are your take-home pearls to memorize. Neuroblastoma, crosses midline, Homer right rosettes, pink center and MIC gene. Wilms tumor does not cross midline, triphasic histology, WT1 gene. Retinoblastoma, leukocoria, flexner intestinal rosettes, white center, RB gene 2-hit hypothesis. That's an excellent work today. Study hard, integrate your subjects, and remember, pathology is the bridge between basic science and clinical medicine. See you in the next one. I've created a high-yield PDF cheat sheet of all these tables and flowcharts. The link is in the description. Good luck studying.